Hey guys, ladies, if there's any. Sandra, are you still out there? Um, it's Chuck here. I call myself Blowzo a lot because self-deprecation's my style. It's my shtick. But it's my personality at its core. Um, being humble because of my old career, I'm a very tender hearted man, and I saved a praying mantis this summer, and it's kind of at odds with what I dealt with, and um, a little bit of an update here on things. I don't know where I'm going with things for the near future, and I want to talk about. I saw an article on QRZ.com, and I want to tell a short story. But before that, I'll put you on a tripod for that. But things aren't going well for me. That is ibuprofen. That is my antidepressant pill. That is the one that prevents anxiety attacks, which I still have some of, but the depression medication I ran out of a week ago, and I just, no matter what I do, I can't get my doctor to respond. And the good doc has sent me on a bit of a roller coaster ride. So I'm going to, and it's weird. Um, I want to show a couple things, and I don't know why it feels like things are coming to an end, but it feels that way. I'm going to put you on a tripod and try to get this thing to focus. Hang on. Okay, sorry things got so bright, and I hope this moire pattern isn't horrible as it looks on my screen right now, because if it is, I'm going to have to just delete this video and try again. I wonder if pulling it back helps any. Probably not. Anyway, I'm just sitting here looking at the unfortunate souls who view my my garbage. You want to see something about an interesting little effect on a Linux Mint system? If you want to see your desktop, what's on something on your desktop, but for some reason you can't minimize or close this for window, if you put your pointer on the title bar and roll your mouse scroll wheel down, it becomes transparent. An interesting but probably useful effect. Now, I took a screen cap of the QRZ page that shows something that reminded me of a story of my dad and kind of where my ham career came from. This will be the next video I post of today's POTA outing, so you can get a look at the type of countryside where I operated from. Okay? And I've got at least 2 more videos planned, POTA related. One with my brother Art from Ohio when he gets over his stomach flu, and one with my sister Nancy, the retired nurse that I mention all the time. Okay? She's crazy. And so this is a screenshot of the article. And I wanted to do a screenshot so I can zoom in on this so that it'll make it hopefully possible for you poor souls to read. Okay? Here's the article right here. Oop, I'm going to scroll up. Right here. Taking my general exam. Blah blah shares his unusual jump to general and wonders if anyone else has had anything similar happen. Well, I don't know if my story's similar. In fact, I can almost guarantee it's not. And so I've been a ham for 46 years, and I'm 61 years old. And I'm not going to come off like the holier than thou, real ham. Yeah, I'm a CW op. Yeah, I took the extra exam when the code requirement was in effect. And but that's just because I'm interested in CW. I pass no judgment on any hams, new or old. But things are different, I'm sure. And in my case, I wanted to become a novice. That was my only route into ham radio. And my mom and dad were supportive in everything I wanted to do, ham radio related. I was blessed to have my mom and dad, Mary and Clarence Kirschman. And there was a study session happening, an adult night course at a place called the Genesee Area Skills Center for the novice class ham exam. And my dear old dad, it was, I think, the month of November or October. Anyway, it was cold out. My dear dad drove me out there and sat in the car for 2.5 hours once a week for 10 weeks. And the test was, after that course was over, the test was administered at the home of the instructor. Jim, his name was August, I believe, but he calls himself Jim Elias. WB8IEK. He liked the phonetics we boys ate in Elias's kitchen. I took the test and passed it and became a proud novice that night. And again, my dear old dad sat in the car outside Jim's house. I wish Dad would have come in. I wish I would have demanded that he came in, but I didn't. And that's a regret that I have. And so I became a novice. And you had to upgrade within a year or take the test again. And so once again, the Genesee Area Skills Center offered the general class 10-week study course. I signed up, and there was a modest cost. I think it was like, oh, I can't even venture a guess, but mom and dad paid for it with happily to see their son getting into something like that instead of other things, other attractions, and in life. So once again, dear dad sat in the car for 2.5 hours once a week for 10 weeks straight. And once again, the test was given in Jim's home, and I passed it and became a general class. Very proud ham. And that's what it took for me to become a general class ham. There was no internet, or if there was at the time, that was in 1973. I suppose the DARPANet did exist, but anyway, so that was my path to general class amateur radio. I then wanted to take the FCC general class radio telephone license, and it was given at the Federal Building in Detroit. And Dad's eyesight was getting bad, and he didn't want to drive there, nor would they let me go by myself in the 9th grade. So as soon as I hit the 10th grade, I was gone. I bought a ticket, a Greyhound ticket to Detroit from Flint, Michigan, and I think Mom and Dad paid for it. I had no money. And I got off the bus downtown Detroit, and I thought the Federal Building would be easy to find. I had looked at a map, but what I didn't realize was I'd be standing in the middle of a sea of skyscrapers and utterly lost. That's how big cities are. You have to know where you're going. You're not going to see where you're going past the skyscrapers and buildings. But I found my way, and I took the test, and I passed it and became a federally licensed FCC radio telephone communications engineer at the age of 17. And I forgot to mention, though, when I was in junior high school, studying electronics and eventually studying for my novice class exam and taking that course. I wasn't your average kid. Very shy, very introverted. At lunch hour, in the lunchroom, I sat and studied a Navy communications manual that was several hundred pages long that my mom and dad found at a garage sale and bought for like 50 cents for me. I sat there at lunchtime studying that manual starting on page 1, and I read it completely through, then again, then again, then again, for 3 years, all through junior high school, until I knew and, more importantly, understood every word in that book. So I'd like to share that with you. Was that an unusual jump to general? Nope. That was a mainstream, everyday teenagers course, from first interest to general class license in hand. And I just wanted to share that with you folks. Just a story. Just a story. I don't know what to call it. Becoming a ham in the 70s. Call me back, Doc. I'm struggling. I had a fun POTA outing today. When it's done transcoding, you'll see the babble. I hope you're well, everybody. Take care. 73.